The theme of our last couple of videos has been Cockpit Resource Management. So the question is, how can we use Cockpit Resource Management for our recreational flying? And the truth is, we can use it. What is the advantage of using this method? Well, it all comes down to teamwork. Imagine the situation where you're typically flying with somebody and you have a flying pilot that's the PIC, pilot in command, and then you have the co-pilot. But the co-pilot's not really acting as a pilot. So what tends to happen is the person that's not flying tends to kind of disengage. So what's the advantage for you as the pilot? Well, it's kind of nice where you don't have all the responsibilities and some of that can be delegated. Your safety factors increase because you got two people that are engaged in the process. Now, one simple way to kind of get into basic CRM is through checklist. So we all should be using checklist as good professional pilots, and you can do this by having a command and response routine that kind of happens with checklist. So you'll have the pilot that's not flying with the checklist. So the captain will call for a checklist as it comes up. So for instance, before takeoff checklist, you're taxiing up to the runway and the captain will say, before takeoff checklist. So then the non-flying pilot or the co-pilot will proceed to read the items on the checklist. So they'll say magnetos, and then that challenges the captain to respond to that. Now, one thing you don't want to get into is when somebody says magnetos, the pilot says checked. So it's sort of similar to, I guess, what's joked about by some comedians with relationships between man and women, you know, where the guy's like, yeah, I understand, when they didn't really hear anything. So what you're expecting in the cockpit is a response, but it has to be an appropriate response to the question or to the checklist item.